Moving on to the next one. I was so excited for this one. Such an intriguing story. Kim's Video.
Yeah.
A blockbuster-like store that was super independent in New York City. You said you never had the chance to go to it?
I think its heyday was a little bit before I was like going to video stores in New York City,
racking up the rental prices on that. But this is a movie that is almost like a heist film because it's this guy, the director, who feels like he's going to go without any permission to take back all of these lost rentals and then also find the guy who was running the store. I was so intrigued with it. And the movie's not great, but it gets you in there through a perspective where it's jumping into different movie scenes and you're following this guy get into like mafia ties and all these different things. Zach didn't like it as much, and then he pulls out a report.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there are interesting elements to the film for sure, but I think the thing that sort of caught me off guard from the beginning is like it's ostensibly this documentary about Kim's Video, but they spend very little time talking about Kim's Video, the store.
Yeah.
It ends up being sort of this investigation to what happened to all the movies that were in Kim's Video after the store closed. And that part of it, there's highs and lows to it. Like, there's a lot of it where he's just sort of running up to various Italian men and shouting at them.
Really what he does. He just pulls up on people, which don't ever do that when you're filming a documentary.
But the other aspect of it was, as you mentioned, that he like tries to secure a release for these videos through this like film inspired sequence that actually feels pretty badass and pretty cool.
It's intriguing.
It was like a high point in the documentary, kind of exciting moment.
They're wearing like director's masks and stuff for this heist as they're cutting to the director's films and such.
So like, and he does this thing which I mostly found annoying, where he's trying to like shoehorn in all these film references. It kind of culminates there. It sort of works, but as a documentary about Kim's Video, it does sort of feel weird and sparse. And then we see this thread from Jason Bailey really going into all the reasons that somebody who was actually a Kim's Video customer had frustrations with it. Also somebody who knows somebody trying to make a more legit version of the Kim's Video documentary. And like he admits that like he's got personal biases towards it, but I think a lot of his criticisms really ring true with the documentary. It's still like decently entertaining to watch. It's kind of a weirdly formed documentary in that it feels more like a personal essay than like a look at the history of this iconic place. But yeah, if you're looking specifically for a film about Kim's Video or video stores, I don't think this is the documentary.
Yeah, this is definitely one to catch on streaming to kind of get you a little bit into what Kim's Video is if you don't know about it. But I agree with Zach. I like that you said personal essay because there are some really good personal essays. There's some really good journalistic documentaries. Yeah. Some really good experimental documentaries, and one's going through an artist's life. This ain't even a personal essay. This is just a man vlogging sometimes, getting himself into trouble.